Jackson Radio Show.
It's me, Kathy Griffin, and I'm doing what I call a State of the Union YouTube video. So I hope you watch this on YouTube. It'll probably be like about 5 minutes. What's the date?
Saturday, November 18th.
It's Saturday, November 18th, 2017. I kind of lose track because I'm on a world tour. All right, so what I want to address today is I'm getting a lot of online hate from trolls who think I've lost my mind. And I'm admitting I lost my mind. It's what made me a star in the first place. But I just want to be honest. Like, as far as what we're going through and hoping this is a turning point for feminism and women's equality, pardon me, I just want you to know that at 57, for me, it's not a marathon. It's a sprint. So I don't have a lot of time to be patient. And, you know, I read today that my pal Lena Dunham is sticking up for some male writer that was accused of sexual harassment. And her female partner, Jenny Connor, who Judd Apatow handpicked for her, and nobody's ever handpicked anybody for me. You know, I don't know the details, but my first instinct is, girl, that's not helping the movement. And it's a movement. And the sun is coming out of the clouds as I say that. So, you know, don't be too hard on Lena. Don't be too hard on me. And I just want you guys to know I'm fully in the middle of a blacklist. Like, I am in the middle of a Hollywood blacklist. It is real. I am not booked on any talk shows. I'm selling tickets worldwide, which is really hard when you don't have any kind of a television platform and kind of nobody has your back and everyone thinks you're crazy. But a handful of people think I'm kind of on to something. So I just want you guys to know, when I get home, I do not have one single day of paid work in front of me.
Ramblings of a Mad Woman. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show, 844-551-8255. And you can write to us at kjradio.com. Kathy Griffin talks about her online hate, trolls who think she's lost her mind. And then, in the very next statement, she admits that she has indeed lost her mind. But she calls the people that recognize that she's lost her mind trolls. See, a troll is somebody who writes to you. I've got a troll. I've got a couple of them. They write to you and they say things like, you a sorry sucker, blah, blah, blah. I can't stand you, whatever. And you go, is there like a reason? So one guy, he writes to me, says, he literally called me a sack of crap, a liar, you know, tool of the man, whatever, tool of the white man. And I go, why? I mean, I fired back at him, but my question was exactly why am I all this, you blah, 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 this, that, and the other that I won't say on the radio. So then he says, because you're against Obama. And I go, really? That's all it took. I said, so you can explain to me what Obama's done positively for blacks so that I can be all fawning over the man, because I give you everything. I don't dislike Obama. I can't stand Obama. He all cool and stuff. Now that's somebody you could go, he's a piece of crap. You know, if that's my beef with Obama, is that I'm mad because, you know, he got ahead and didn't do the typical crap thing that blacks, especially black leftists, tend to be part of. And I'm not going to rule out black conservatives. Black conservatives are, in many cases, are crabs too. They don't want people to succeed. But the whole point is this. If I'm mad at Obama because I think he's too cool and he thinks he's something and all that, then you could call me whatever you want. I would take it. But when I'm mad at Obama because I say he squandered the probably the best potential to make blacks think differently, to have blacks understand the power and the beauty of the black culture, the subculture that is a part of American culture, and brought us up into the forefront of that in a positive way, I would be overwhelmed with Barack Obama. But he didn't do that. And for somebody to be mad at me because I have an opinion that is based on experience and based on how this man's policies have hurt me, friends of mine, how they've impacted this country negatively, and the bigger picture is how he has ruined the black community by making blacks believe that we're owed something. Look at what these athletes did in China. I don't know whether these guys are super talented or, you know, can make the NBA or not. But here's what I do know. They're playing basketball for UCLA. That's not easy. And they go to a foreign country to steal. That's the Obama, the legacy of Obama. Guys that potentially are going to sign multi-million-dollar contracts to do something that they love. And they feel so entitled that when they travel abroad representing this country, representing their school, representing their sport, they steal. And then when one of them comes home, when Donald Trump frees them, do black people say, congratulations, Donald Trump, we appreciate what you did? No. You get trolls like this guy who writes to me and tells me, I'm a piece of crap because I don't like Obama. And so I ask him, what other black people am I required to like? Am I required to like Sharpton? Am I required to like the serial killer in Atlanta who killed all those black kids? Am I required to like him too? Who explain to me what blacks I can like, what blacks I can't like? It just makes no sense. Anyway, Kathy Griffin thinks she's being trolled. So she's not being trolled. People are recognizing exactly what's happening with Kathy Griffin. She's losing her mind. And what's wrong with Kathy is she's used to her D-list celebrity antics getting her promoted, making her bigger than life. And they're not. People looked at what she did, cutting off Trump's head, and said, you know what? That's not cool. On multiple levels. But the thing that the left really hate about that? They don't hate that she cut off Donald Trump's head, President Trump's head. They hate that it was a reference to Islam. Oh, I know, we didn't cover that angle because the press doesn't want to cover it. They want you to believe Kathy Griffin has been being ostracized because she cut off Trump's head. Look, Hollywood controls everything that's going on. Do you think Hollywood suddenly loves Donald Trump? They're making a transition of sorts, but they don't love him. But what they hated what she did was she put the spotlight on something they do love, which is Islam. And creating Islam and tying it to the severed head of Donald Trump, that's imagery no leftist wants. That's why she's being ostracized. And she's 57 years old. I don't know if you see the video, she looks horrible. But she says, I'm not in a marathon, it's a sprint. She's suffering, folks. She's suffering financially. She's suffering mentally. She's having a mental breakdown because she's so used to those things being good. She figured when I cut off Donald Trump's head, I will have work for the rest of my life. And it didn't work out that way. But here's another interesting thing about that clip. She talks about Lena Dunham. She says, Lena Dunham, you can't stand up for a writer who is a sexual predator and expect that everybody's going to be cool with that. That and her exact words were, you're not helping the movement. See, the movement is afoot that says when a man is accused of something, leave it alone, Lena. And Lena Dunham's trying to protect the guy. She lost one of her black writers to her show, Girls or whatever, quit over this. And also let us in on a little secret that Lena Dunham, who the girl knew in college, is a racist. So the black chick that went to work for Lena after college says, oh, Lena's a racist. I'll get to that in a bit. They call it hipster racism. You're going to learn some new terms here today. But what's interesting is while Kathy Griffin says, Lena Dunham, you can't do that. It's not good for the movement. In the very next sentence, go back and play this clip at another time on demand at kjradio.com and you'll hear you'll see I'm telling you the truth. She then says, don't be too hard on Lena. And then she says, don't be too hard on me. Now, who's being hard on her? Who employs Kathy Griffin? She says, I'm being blacklisted. What power does Donald Trump have in Hollywood to blacklist Kathy Griffin? None. Who's blacklisting her? She says, and this is one of the more interesting parts of what she says in her breakdown. She says, but I'm selling tickets worldwide. You try to do that without a show. Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. I did a comedy event, a couple of comedy events. Our tour, but what do we call it? No, that was me and Joe. The Reparations Comedy Tour. And I didn't have a TV show. We had to go sell the thing out through radio hits and stuff like that. But what was interesting was she says, I'm selling out. And she was doing this from Austria, I believe. And she says, who knew the Austrians would want to book me? So Kathy Griffin now has to do work. She can no longer rely on the celebrity of Kathy Griffin. She actually has to go out, book her own things, do things for herself, and she's panicked because she's never had to do that. See, you and I, we know how to work.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.